Hello, this is Rosario Newman, Solution Consultant with SVA Software, and thank you for joining this quick demo. Understanding the order or sequence of recovery is critical when going through a disaster recovery. And having the IT team go through the recovery process without the knowledge or guidance of the order of the IT steps that need to take place can become a constraint when trying to meet recovery time objectives. Let me show you how with IDR Manager, our interactive IT disaster recovery runbook, the team can have a mapping of all the components with their dependencies that are critical to bring the systems back up within their RTOs. And this interactive runbook is very easy to set up and has no learning curve. This is the IDR Manager interface, where you can easily create and organize all of the IT disaster recovery steps and share them with the team so they can be on the same page when it's time to recover. I want to go into an example of how easily you can add the components of your IT environment and link these according to the dependencies. I will start by creating a new hardware asset or system. I can add a description, a location, a specific room, network address, and storage capacity if this applies. I have the option here to link this asset to an available application. However, I'm not going to do that because I need to create that specific application first. I will now create a new application. I have the ability to enter the recovery order. So, assuming there are several applications that are running for a specific service, that's where I would indicate the recovery order of this application, a recovery time objective, and also an RPO. I have the option here to then link the hardware asset that I just created to this application. I'm not going to link the IT service yet because I've not created it. We'll go ahead and create a new IT service. So this could be email, CRM, accounting. And now I can link this back to the application. And in the hierarchy, I now create a new business process. So it all depends how the hierarchy of the IT environment and processes are set up in your organization. In this example, there's a business process. I'm going to call it communication. A description, I would also add a recovery order. Who is the owner? And then I have the ability here to link it to the IT service that I just created. You've seen how easy it is to start building up your IT infrastructure and organizing that documentation here in the interactive IDR Manager runbook. And you can also add documentation here or any type of documentation such as required steps to follow, any graphics or flowcharts. I can say documentation 1. This would also have a recovery order because it would be the first documentation that needs to be looked at and go through to recover. The assigned role, I'm going to indicate this as a network manager, for example. And I can link it back here to the application that it belongs to. And also, I can here then upload that documentation, whatever it is that I want to include. Now you've seen how easy it is to start adding components of your IT environment and how to link them together based on their dependencies so that when it's time to recover, these can easily be selected and you can see the flow of the recovery order. Once this environment is set up, now you have different forms of visualization. For example, you can look at the entire infrastructure. This is the service view. It shows all of the IT services. For example, the first is the IT service that I just created, Test 1, with its applications. Here we have an order of recovery. The next would be the technology infrastructure. order of recovery, and overall time to bring up this service with all of the applications that belong to it. You can download this chart to include it in a report. The second view is a map view, and you can select a specific business process. So this is a map view of the higher level business process. This is the disaster recovery data center business process that includes all of the components that need to be executed, the technology infrastructure, the cybersecurity, with all of the specific applications that belong to each IT service. This is also an order of recovery from left to right. This map view is great for visualizing how everything is interconnected at a high level. Now I want to show you the disaster recovery dashboard. This dashboard helps guide the team while going through a DR exercise or a real disaster recovery event. First, you would create a dashboard and select a specific IT service. So I'm going to select, for example, the technology infrastructure service, and I'm going to execute it as a full recovery. So this will be a test scenario for a full failover of the infrastructure. As you can see, this is the technology infrastructure service that belongs to the upper level business processes such as cybersecurity and all of the other main business processes. Here it lists all of the applications that need to be brought up and recovered in order of recovery. So the order of recovery from left to right with their assigned RTOs. As you select an application, you can then easily get to the documentation that is necessary to bring it up. And as the team goes through this documentation, they can add comments about the workflow. The responsible person, of course, will be listed here with their role. They can then assign how the process is continuing. So it could be that the recovery is in progress or it is finished. Therefore, this application will show up here in the dashboard as pretty much done or executed. And in the same way, the team will go through the other applications, bring up the documentation, and execute it and indicate in progress or done. As this continues, all these steps will be performed. Therefore, the IT service will be labeled as already up and running. So let me show you that. As you can see, all of the recovery steps have been executed for the applications, and I can indicate here that the recovery has been concluded. With this detail report of the time that it took to recover all of the applications compared to the planned recovery time objective. So here it shows now in blue that the IT service has been fully recovered. This dashboard helps the team go through the whole recovery in an organized way where all of the team is aware of what's going on and has that insight of what needs to be executed first and what follows. So then they can recover as quickly as possible to meet the recovery time objectives. As you can see, IDR Manager is very interactive and easy to use with basically no learning curve. And if you're interested in trying out IDR in your environment, please contact us at svasoftware.com. And thank you for your time.